Yo, what's good, YouTube? I got lucky enough to get into the Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls beta. I wanted to talk about it because I'm actually really excited for this game. I think Arc System works. I mean, they've been cooking with the tag fighters because the last one was fighters. You had some of their other anime games that are like really fucking good, like Guilty Gear, Grand Blue. But yeah, I wanted to talk about Marvel Tokon because I'm probably gonna get this game day one, month one, whatever, dude. This is one of those games where it's like this could be a huge moment for fighting games, it seems like, because it's Marvel. It's like super huge, right? It's a 4v4 tag fighter. Last Marvel fighting game was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and I know a lot of people want MVC to come back, including me, honestly, but it doesn't seem realistic with the way how Capcom is like making multiple games, and like they got too much shit on their plate, bro. So, finding out that PlayStation fucking signed up Arc System Works to make a fucking fighting game, I was like, whoa. I was like, wait a minute, this might be really big, because the last fighting game that I remember them for is my favorite fighting game of all time, probably the best fighting game in my opinion, and that's Dragon Ball Fighters. That game is like just so visually insane. It got me into Dragon Ball as well. Like I knew of Dragon Ball, like I'd watch the fucking Dragon Ball Z abridged. Like that was probably where most of the fun came from for Dragon Ball for me. But like playing Dragon Ball Fighters was like, whoa, I really need to get into Dragon Ball, because some of those like character dialogue, some of those, the way that they did the characters, bro, the animations, like Dragon Ball Fighters to this day is still like really important to me as in terms of game. And I think Dragon Ball Fighters it's just one of the best looking games ever. So, coming from that, and that being my most played fighting game to this day, like I really wanted to fucking play this Marvel game, and luckily I got in. So let's talk about it. I'm gonna keep it short though. As a guy who played like 200 hours or some shit of fighters, all I have to say is if you're a Dragon Ball Fighters fan, you have to get this game. It has a lot of its DNA. It's not the same game. It feels pretty different, but it also feels pretty same. Like it's kind of, like it's a little all over the place. And the reason why I say that is because the tag system just works completely different in this game. Tagging feels like a lot slower, a lot harder to do, because like in Dragon Ball Fighters, where you'd have like motherfuckers being on a button to tag in, like the left bumper or left trigger, and it was just like super easy and intuitive. Like you could hold it to tag out, and like tapping it would just bring out the assist. This is like you have to tap to bring out the assist, and then you could maybe switch to them like at a certain frame or a moment of their animation, or when they hit them, or you hold the assist button and you switch out, and it's like it just feels a little slow. That's all, like in comparison to Dragon Ball Fighter. Not only that, you don't have all your characters at the start of the match, right? You have to unlock them either by doing throws and like having like a fucking scene play out. I think it's just you just do throws. Actually, you do throws, you do character or stage transitions by like just beating the fuck out of somebody at near a wall, or you lose a round and you get a character. Not only that, you get more super meters, so you could do like ultimate meter moves, which is like your level 3 in fighters or like whatever tag fighter. Yeah, that was like interesting. Defensively, this game feels like pretty much like fighters. Just hold block, bro. Like fucking pray that you can find a window to hit them. There's like a universal overhead that's like invincible, and like as like a super counter, like it's like drive impact in fight or in Street Fighter, but like it's also like really strong. Like I was getting fucking checked by that thing. You'll notice it in the gameplay where it's like the fucking orange glow move. That shit, it's like a universal overhead. You could do like a V shift where you sway back and you like dodge a move and you do a counter. I rarely use that shit. That shit was kind of ass, because if you miss, then you just get punished, you get destroyed. There's another thing where you could there's like a get off me button, but if the person knows how to counter the get off me button, then you can't call assists, and it's just like I never used it because of that. Like I didn't feel any incentive to do that. Like I felt like if anybody knew how to counter my counter, it's like I was fucked. So I just didn't deal with that. But yeah, defensively feels like fighters. You hold down block, bro. You're fucking dealing with block strings, so you gotta suffer. Figure out the window where shit opens. And knowing Arc System Works, like this will change. Like fighters changed through 3-4 seasons and like had a bunch of changes. Didn't like stay the same throughout its years. So yeah, I'm not like too worried about that, but defensively it's still kind of oof. Offensively, dude, this game straight up just fighters. You auto combos super strong, right? I think it might be stronger than fighters. You know, a lot of people were complaining about Miss Marvel, and honestly I was abusing the shit out of her, so that's probably why I was winning my games, because I had Miss Marvel. Yeah, I mean, auto combos are really strong. I was trying to play like some characters like Storm, and Storm is like really hard. Storm was really hard to play because she has like a unique ability. Everybody has like a unique ability. Like Iron Man has his like blasts, Star-Lord has his guns, Storm has her like projectiles and her wind. So like she'll shoot out a projectile and she could manipulate the wind so that it moves to the other side of the screen, or you could like manipulate positions of players and stuff. Who else? Dr. Doom has like the Urian wall from like Street Fighter, where he could do some crazy shit. Like I think he deflects projectiles. I don't know if he deflects them or just like you can't fucking, it just blocks them. Like I don't remember. But yeah, Dr. Doom is like, you could do some crazy set plays with him. Captain America, his shield, you could do some crazy combos and loops and shit. Like every character feels really unique. It's kind of like how fighters, if you played it, you know, like everybody did like the same combos, but when they were doing like the DLC characters and like even some of the base roster characters, there's some characters that didn't use the key button the same, where they did like grabs or like different moves where it would create like a unique play style. And instead of having to figure that out in this game, straight up, they're just, every character is already unique with their unique button. Special moves, you could do it one button like modern controls on Street Fighter, but you could also do manual inputs. Dragon Punch felt like pretty useless in this game, which is like the uppercut invincible move. I literally, like every time I would fucking try to use that shit like would get fucking countered, bro. Like I would get destroyed. No use for it, for me at least. But yeah, I mean, dude, if you play fighters and you love like spamming buttons and trying to figure out combos, even like on a basic level, dude, I think this game's got that sauce, right? The only difference is it's like the combos aren't as, you know, like tag heavy. Like I'm not gonna fucking tag 3 people at a time, but I'm sure it would be figured out eventually. And that's the thing too, like this game could end up being like a lot more like fighters when everybody figures out how it works, how you tag into combos and how you do crazy setups and shit. And yeah, I think that's very interesting. One more thing about tagging, you know, when you tag, it takes a specific button slot because every tag is like a different button on the D-pad. I think it was like down left down left forward, and it's like when you switch a character into that position, you have to remember that character is there, and it's like you have to play that game in your head of just memorization and what their assist does at every slot, because technically you could change your assist to mid-game depending on how you switch people. So that's like in itself like a pretty intensive detail to remember. But yeah, straight up, because I don't know this game too much in depth, if you're a Fighters fan, you have to get this game. I think this game will be really fun month 1. Like this will be probably one of the most fun games to hop in new, because there's gonna be so much shit to figure out. I hope this game has a big roster, but I mean the fact that they only had 6 characters in the beta, like, and this game is coming out next year at who knows when, right? Like I don't know. I'm really hoping there's a big roster, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not huge, like if it's like 20 people. Yeah, beginners, you could get in this game, you could spam buttons, have fun. Experts, it feels like you can also learn this game. It really seems like the game is able to fucking work for beginners and experts, because if you're really good at the game, you could whoop ass, but a beginner could also whoop your ass if they know when and where to press buttons, and they just know like their footsies and their fundamentals neutral, which is kind of crazy and honestly kind of fun. So yeah, I'm really excited for this game. I think it would be really good, guys. And I honestly think this game might be it for Arc System Works again. Like they might be onto something here. I don't think it would be Fighters, because Dragon Ball Fighters is a 1 of 1. Unfortunately, that game was special. I mean, you just had to be there, right? But I don't think that takes away from this game. I think this game will have its own, obviously its own fan base, but also a lot of Fighters player will hop on this shit, and I think it would be equally as fun, if not, you know, pretty close, which is really good, because Fighters is like the best you could get. And yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts. Let me know if you played the beta. I had a lot of fun. I was winning a lot, you know, just auto combo spamming. Do you think you're gonna get this game? Do you need to play more? Do you need to see the roster more? You know, let me know. But yeah, it's King Birdie. Peace.